Hi, if you're here right now at the end of this year, welcome. I'm not going to ask you how your year went. I'm not going to ask if you met your goals or if you feel ready for what's next. I just wanted to sit with you for a little while because I think a lot of us are carrying something heavy right now. Not always something we can name, not always something that makes sense to other people, just weight. And the end of the year has this way of making that weight more visible. Like suddenly we're supposed to look back and see a clear story, growth, progress, lessons learned. But what if your year didn't feel like a story? What if it just felt like getting through it? That's okay. I mean that. It's okay if this year was mostly about survival. If you spent most of it just trying to keep your head above water, if the biggest thing you did was simply not give up. That counts. There's this expectation that shows up this time of year that we're supposed to feel reflective in a productive way, grateful in a way that wraps everything up neatly, like we're supposed to take all the hard things that happen and turn them into wisdom, into fuel, into some kind of lesson that makes it all make sense. But I don't think it works like that. I think sometimes the hard things are just hard and they don't teach us anything except that we can survive things we didn't think we could survive. And maybe that's enough. If you're tired, I see you. If you're confused about what you even feel right now, I see that too. If you made it through this year and you're not sure how or what it cost you or whether you're supposed to feel proud or just relieved that it's almost over, you're not alone in that. I think a lot of us are sitting in this strange in between right now where the year isn't quite over, but it also doesn't feel like ours anymore. Like we're already being asked to let it go, to move forward, to focus on what's next. But what if you're not ready to let it go? What if parts of this year are still stuck to you, still sitting in your chest or your throat or that tight space between your shoulders? You don't have to release everything tonight. You don't have to have it all figured out by January 1st. There's no deadline for processing what you've been through. But if there are things you've been holding that you're ready to put down, you can. Not because you should, not because it's a new year and that's what you're supposed to do, but because you're tired and because some of what you've been carrying isn't yours to carry anymore. Maybe it never was. I'm talking about the things we tell ourselves we have to hold on to. The disappointments we think we need to remember so we don't make the same mistake again. The hurt we're afraid to release because we think it's protecting us from something. The ways we've been hard on ourselves because we thought that's what would make us better. What if it hasn't made you better? What if it's just made you tired? You're allowed to be tired of your own thoughts, tired of the voice in your head that keeps score, tired of carrying other people's expectations or your own or some version of who you thought you'd be by now. You're allowed to stop, not forever, not in some dramatic way, just for now. Just tonight. Let's just breathe for a second. You don't have to do anything. Just notice your breath. Notice it coming in. Notice it going out. You don't have to change it. You don't have to deepen it or slow it down or make it more intentional. Just let it be what it is. And if your mind wanders, that's fine. Let it wander. You don't have to focus perfectly. You don't have to be good at this. Just notice that you're breathing, that you're here, that your body has been carrying you this whole time, even when you weren't paying attention. Okay, I want to say something and I need you to really hear it. You don't have to arrive at the new year fixed. You don't have to have learned all the right lessons. You don't have to feel hopeful or motivated or clear about anything. You can arrive exactly as you are, unfinished, uncertain, still figuring it out. The new year is just another day. It's not a reset button. It's not a fresh start that erases everything that came before it. It's just the next day and then the day after that, and you get to move through those days at your own pace, carrying what you need to carry, releasing what you're ready to release. No one else gets to decide that timeline for you. I think we forget that sometimes, that we're allowed to move slowly, that we're allowed to still be processing things from years ago, that healing and growing and becoming don't happen on a calendar. They happen in their own time. In small ways, in ways we don't always notice until much later. If you made it through this year and you're still here, that's not nothing. I know it might feel like nothing. I know you might look at what you didn't do, what didn't happen, all the ways you fell short of what you wanted, but you're still here. And that required something from you. even if you can't name it, even if it didn't feel heroic or brave or like anything worth acknowledging. You kept going, even when you didn't want to, even when it was hard, even when you weren't sure it was worth it. That matters. So as this year ends, you don't have to make it mean something. You don't have to wrap it up in a lesson or a theme or a word of the year. You can just let it be what it was, a year you got through. And if you need to rest now, rest. If you need to not think about the future for a little while, don't think about it. If you need to just exist without purpose or plan or direction, you can do that. The pressure you're feeling, to have it together, to know what's next, to feel some kind of way about where you've been and where you're going. You can put that down too, not forever, just for tonight. Just while you're here, there's no version of you that you're supposed to become by midnight on December 31st. There's no emotional work you're supposed to have completed, no closure you're supposed to have reached. You're allowed to cross into the new year still carrying questions, still holding things you haven't figured out, still being exactly who you were yesterday. And maybe in a few weeks or a few months, you'll feel ready to look at some of those things, to release them or work through them or just hold them differently. But right now, you don't have to do anything. You're okay right here, right now. Even if you don't feel okay, even if you feel heavy or lost or like you're barely holding it together, you're okay. I'm going to let you go in a second, but before I do, I just want you to know whatever you're carrying into the new year, you don't have to carry it alone, and you don't have to carry all of it. It's okay to still be tired. It's okay to not have answers. It's okay to arrive at January 1st with nothing figured out. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not doing it wrong. You're just here. And that's enough. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Take care of yourself in whatever small way you can. And rest if you need to. You've earned it.